Well, good morning. If you like rant videos, you have found the right video this morning. If you don't like whiny truck drivers and this and that, then you found the right video. But make sure you give me a thumbs up on this video before you leave it. Like I said, this morning is going to be a rant video. And it's going to be ranting on the FMCSA, DOT, cities, states, you name it, municipalities, you name it. I don't believe any of them, as much as they get up on their soapboxes and talk about safety and safety on the roads and create all these laws and rules and regulations that we have to abide by truck drivers. I don't think for 1 minute they care about safety. And I'm going to explain to you why. Real quick little backstory. I have been in this industry for 25 years, and I have abided by every regulation and every rule that the FMCSA comes out with, different things that I have to do, not only as an employee, but also as an owner-operator, as a small business, follow all these rules. And you know what? For the most part, I've kept my mouth shut and done it because it's the career I chose, and it's actually something I really love doing. But lately, things have just been getting out of hand. And this also is going to be kind of a whining on like how we hear the talking point, oh, we don't have enough truck drivers, there's a shortage of truck drivers, which is absolute BS. So basically, let's get to the rant. Come on, Scott, get to it. This is about parking and what the city's police officers, which they have a tough time, like they're only doing their job. They're enforcing the laws, the rules. I get it. I understand it. But it goes much higher than that. So real quick, I had a delivery yesterday yesterday. It was late at night, early in the morning. I had a delivery, and at the facility, so first off, getting loaded took a lot longer than it should have. Then I had to drive like 7 hours to make sure I made my appointment on time. I got to the receiver. I didn't have many hours left. Now I stopped my clock at the shipper, right, to run a split sleeper. I get to the receiver, and they don't allow any parking early or after you are loaded. So I had to leave the premises. So I left the premises. There was 2 truck stops in the area. Both truck stops were full. There was one rest area, which that rest area was full. Now, I could have parked on the shoulder of the rest area. However, there was all kinds of signs stating no parking. So I abided by the law and couldn't find a safe parking spot. So, long story short, my clock wasn't able to stop again. So it just kept depleting. You know, as I was waiting, I was told I could check in 1 hour prior to my appointment time. So that's what I did. By the time I checked in, I had 47 minutes left on my 14-hour clock, and I don't even remember how much drive time I had. We're right about the same. And I ran out of hours at the shipper, or at the receiver. I tell that to the receiver, hey, I at least need to stay here and go to sleep for 7 hours to get more hours back, and then I can leave your facility. They said, no, you can't do that. They did not care one bit. Well, if I am supposed to abide by the hours of service rules that the FMCSA has enforced, I can't drive the truck, right? Now, I can PC to find safe parking after getting loaded or a delivery. So that's what I did. Well, once again, those truck stops that were near where this facility was were full, and the rest area was full. There was absolutely nowhere to park. So I found a Walmart. I have never parked at a Walmart just because it's private property. I know some Walmarts allow truck parking, others don't. I don't want to get booted, this and that, right? Well, I find a Walmart that I see other trucks parked in. So I park there. It probably like 4 hours goes by, and all of a sudden I get the pounding on my door. And it is a security company that patrols that Walmart lot. And they say, hey, you have to leave. You're not allowed to park here. And I said, okay, I didn't see any signs, sorry. And the guy was super cool. Once again, he's just doing his job. But we're in the same predicament. I have no hours. So I PC to find safe parking again. And here's the thing. If the FMCSA wants to enforce these rules, and the DOT wants to enforce these rules, and the cities that we're delivering in want trucks to make deliveries there, they need to come up with a plan for us truck drivers to have a safe place to park our trucks, where we're not going to be hit like on the shoulders of the road. Now, these shippers and receivers, I really appreciate the ones that allow us to park on their property. I also see why some of them don't allow it. We trash it. That's nobody's fault except ours, right? It's not normal people throwing garbage out of their car in a staging area of an Aldi or a Walmart facility or a CNS, right? It's not normal people. It's us. It's us truck drivers. We're emptying our garbage bags. We're emptying our pee bottles, whatever the case is. And that's private property as well. That is a business. They have a right to say you can't stay here. Well, that's where I believe the DOT and FMCSA does not care about safety. They don't have places to safely park a commercial vehicle throughout this country. What I mean by that is they have truck stops. Well, the FMCSA doesn't, but they have truck stops. DOT and Department of Transportation have rest areas in the cities, like certain parts of cities and states, but they're certainly not big enough for the amount of commercial vehicles that are on the highway. So I just don't get it. If safety was a big thing for these people that are coming up with the laws and coming up with the rules, they would find a way to either force businesses, which I'm not a fan of. You know what I mean? I don't think an entity should force a business to do anything. But they would find a way to allow truck drivers to safely park their vehicles without getting woken up by law enforcement, by security guards, by anybody, to complete their break and abide by the hours of service rules that they instituted, that me as a truck driver has to follow. I'm just very irritated this morning because I really haven't been able to get a good night's sleep because of being told I couldn't stay at a receiver when I showed up early, then going back there and being told, no, you can't stay here at all, not even for a half hour. Like when you are unloaded, they have people that come out with flashlights and check the truck numbers, and if you are unloaded on their sheet, they force you to leave. I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been able to get a good night's sleep because there is absolutely no parking. And yet the FMCSA and the DOT and things like that want to sit up on these soapboxes and preach safety. You're out of your mind. You are so disconnected from what is really going on here that you have no business coming up with these rules and regulations and these laws because you're too disconnected. You don't see what's going on out here in the industry. You're looking at it from like a bird's eye view. You're looking at a big picture of something that you are not seeing the problem. You're just not seeing it. And you're making it difficult for people like me, truck drivers, whether you're a company guy, an owner operator, whatever. You're making it very, very difficult for us to abide by the rules that you want us to for the safety of everybody on the road, including us. I want to make it home. I should have no problem getting a good night's sleep somewhere. But you know what? You want to send money other places. You want to make more laws and rules and regulations that makes it more difficult for commodities to move around your country. Like, that is ridiculous in my mind. Anyways, it was a long rant. I was pissed off. I don't expect a lot of people to watch this, but if you have made it this far, give me a thumbs up. Till next time, you know what it is. Keep on trucking.